I've been doing a lot of reflecting lately. I moved into a new place and my lifestyle has shifted a ton. With kids going back to school and people starting up college again, it recently got me thinking about the past and what I wish I would have known when I was younger and just starting out in university. I made tons and tons of mistakes that led me to tons of pain I wish I honestly could have just avoided. So in an effort to try to save you guys from some pain, I thought I'd share some things I'd tell my 18-year-old self if I could hop in a time machine and go back into the past and have future Benjamin tell 18-year-old Benjamin, who honestly had a bad haircut and needed some advice. Hard work is overrated and it's not the end goal. Focus on working on the right thing consistently over time. Although it certainly took a lot of hard work for the team and I to build Base Zeus and to get to where I'm at today, I wouldn't say hard work was the reason for my success. A lot of hustle culture gets hard work wrong. They talk about hard work as if simply doing hard work is the goal. It's not. The whole reason you take on hard work is to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. You'd never take on hard work otherwise. It's only a means to an end. Yet so many people get caught up in the prescription of needing to work hard. They miss out on the bigger picture and end up wasting their time working hard on all of the wrong things. You can work hard at building a business all you want, but it's no guarantee that you will succeed. You need to make sure you're working on the right thing and you're consistent with it over time. Consistency is more important because it will allow you to iterate on what you're working on over time until you find yourself working on the right thing. Look for opportunities that other people don't see or opportunities that you're uniquely capable of because of your abilities and skill sets. If you work on the right things, you won't need to work nearly as hard and you'll be way more likely to succeed. Stop spending so much time chasing girls. It's an endless treadmill that won't bring you the happiness you're looking for. It's just another distraction. I wasted years of my life chasing girls thinking it would make me happier. It didn't, and I'm willing to bet it won't for you either. If you're chasing something external thinking it'll make you happy, I promise you it won't. The most exclusive nightclubs and parties, the most beautiful women imaginable, awesome cars, they won't have a lasting effect on your happiness. I've tried and tried and tried, and it didn't make a meaningful difference on my happiness. In fact, my expectations that these things would solve my happiness and everything else in my life actually made me unhappy. Your happiness has to come from within. An inner sense of peace, freedom from the mind, all of these things must be earned. You can't buy them. Don't do anything you wouldn't do for the next 10 years. Think long term and take advantage of compound interest. In my desire to find success and wealth as fast as possible, I took on a lot of short-term projects and ventures that I wasn't really passionate about, but I thought I could make money quickly, so I pursued them. It may seem like these are good opportunities, and perhaps they might be, but they come with a high opportunity cost. Anytime you spend away from your core skill set or core goal is time wasted. You won't get this time back. Your best bet is to focus on honing your skills and working on the things you want to achieve in the long term. Enjoy the wins more. The happiest moments of your life are sprinkled throughout the journey. Don't squander them. You'll regret not soaking them in more. When you're chasing success, it can often feel like you're just waiting for your big break or some made it moment. But in reality, all the moments I thought would be huge for me were great for a little while, and then life just went back to normal. It made me realize that I had missed out on all of the smaller wins along the way in my chase for the big one. The big wins and the little wins don't feel all that different. So you might as well enjoy the small ones while you have them, because when you look back on them, you realize how much meaning they really had. Build assets that you own. When I first started Base Zeus with Zeus himself and the team, of course, we were burning a lot of cash to pump out the videos. Animation costs rack up quickly, especially when you're not making any money. In fact, we were unprofitable and not making any money for the first year and a half that we launched Base Zeus. Yet we had to pay for all of the videos we made and all of the animation costs. Chugging away, working hours on end just to make no money for over a year. When we finally became profitable, it was in large part to our sponsors who supported us, allowing us to work on the business full time and make more content. We embraced this entirely sponsorship-driven model for almost 2 years, but we made one big mistake in embracing it. We weren't building any assets of our own. Now, don't get me wrong, sponsorships are great and we still do them from time to time, but it left our business vulnerable. If a sponsor canceled, then we'd be back to making no money. We were totally reliant on brand deals, meaning we weren't really in charge of our business or our income. It wasn't until we created our courses that we realized the value in building assets for our business that can generate us revenue for the long term. Now we had a diversified revenue stream that we owned entirely ourselves and could control. We no longer had to rely on sponsors or anything else. We had our own assets. If you're trying to build true wealth, you need assets, not paychecks. The sooner you can create them, the sooner you can start to create real wealth. And that, my friends, brings us to the end. I've just been really introspective lately, taking lots of long walks, and it really got me thinking about what I would change if I could go back, and not in the bad sense, not in that I regret a lot of things or I'm anxious or sad when I think about the past. Just what do I want to do differently moving forward? And what would I have done differently in the past? History tends to repeat itself, and so do our habits. So some of my old habits and some of my old operating software and operating system running in my head that I kind of don't want to bring into the future because they've caused me pain or negative emotions in the past. And I wanted to document some of those and share them with you guys and have them on video evidence so I could download it into my brain and burn it into my head, honestly for my sake as well, so I could always look back on it and remember what the big things are that I thought were truly important moving forward in these next few years of my life. I hope they were helpful to you guys. If you guys like content like this, then follow me on Instagram at Benjamin Seda. I post a lot of cool fashion, a lot of cool philosophy, and Zen-like wisdom over there. And I also post stuff like this in my newsletter, Favorite Finds Friday, which is a short, no-fluff email containing all of my favorite finds of the week. It could be videos I'm watching, books I'm reading, hair products, colognes, or exercise equipment. Anything I found interesting that week, you can find in that newsletter, and I hope to see you there. See you guys soon.